Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
Making some noise. It is Thursday, TransTrem Thursday, or should we call it Summer Nights Thursday? But it is 8:13 p.m. on August 1st, 2024. This year is flying by. It's going to be the holidays before we know it. So welcome in, everybody. We're going to make some noise tonight and have some fun. Let's get some boys in here and let's see what is going on. We've got first in Mr. Jonathan.
What's up?
What's up?
Gotta say, I'm going through some serious Jimmy Biter withdrawal.
You know, me too. Yeah. I'm missing the.
I love that guy, man.
Missing the cock. The
yes.
COC, yeah.
100%.
How's your day, man?
Things are good. Yeah, hot. It's hot as fuck again here. So
right.
In the mid to high 90s.
I think we had a heat index here of 110 degrees today.
Ooh,
so
baby.
It was really, really hot and humid, smoking out there. See who else? Who else we got here? We've got Mr. Symmetry Trev hanging out with us.
Cheers, everybody! Happy Thursday!
What is going on, Mr. Trev?
Another Thursday fun day. I'm driving around fixing junk. My phone says it's 86 outside, John. Not that hot.
I'm up on a hill, man. It says 31, 32. What is that?
Yeah, that's about 31, 32 is about 86. The 90s, you start getting closer to like 100 is basically 38.
Oh, okay. Well, then I lied.
That's that.
But it
dang,
feels it's humid today too. I bet you the humidex is up there because
That's
it
that dang-
feels wet. 63%.
Canadian metric system, whatever thing that is.
Well, see, I
no, I'm
switched
trying
mine
to do
over. It's
you-
just easier that way. When I'm
Trying to do you the favor because the rest of the world operates in metric. So sometimes my prehistoric calculations are off.
Your conversions are a little off.
Yep.
Well, we've got Randy joining us, but I guess he's a little tied up at the moment, so we'll get him in here in a minute.
He's ready to go.
Oh, he's
sliding
there he is.
on in,
Yep, he's ringing a bell. Mr. Randy Price, everybody.
doing the Kramer entrance.
Having tuning problems to say.
Uh-oh.
Tuna.
At least you didn't break a string or anything like that.
No. Yeah,
Welcome in,
nothing.
dude.
Going from 100 degrees to 75 degrees. Nothing in here wants to stay in tune all of a sudden.
Right. Yeah. So how you feeling, man? How's your conjunctivitis? It's doing okay now.
Yeah, a week's worth of putting antibiotic eye drops in your eye 8
Yep.
million times a day. Kind of
Did
took
you
care
get
of
a
that.
yeasty cock?
Jeez.
We fortunately passed the 7-minute mark, so
I saw
Like,
that.
I'm out of here. Well, welcome in, boys. Let's welcome in also and give a thank you to our channel members. We've got channel membership available on the channel, and thank you to all of these channel members that have been supporting. We've got several that have been sticking around for the 12 months that we've been doing the channel membership, and we thank each and every one of you so very much. It certainly helps to support what we're doing, helps to support the giveaways and whatnot that we do, and we thank you to each and every one of you. Had
are the people in our neighborhood.
didn't have time to re-up the little slideshow there, but Patty Dill just re-upped. Martian Murray joined, and Rob Blackmore official. I need to add them onto there, so we'll get you on the next slide.
Robbie's another one of those guys that's kind of, he's a cool dude, man. He's really
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Always sending me stuff, and of course I'm David Gilmore head, so he's always anything that's cool he sends it over. It's awesome.
Cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. What are we doing tonight?
Well, I heard it's TransTrem Thursday, so
It is.
certainly be some of that. I did a quick search for this day in music history, and not much happened. I mean,
Nothing going on.
the most notable, I guess, was August 1st, 1980. Def Leppard made their U.S. debut, opening for AC/DC, and it happened to be what's his nuts, the singer's birthday as well.
Yeah, Joe Elliott. I was going to say it is his birthday today, so they were doing a rock block on the way home with Def Leppard.
I really want to talk about that video that Randy shared earlier.
Which one was that?
Not that one.
Yeah, we can't. We
Which
can't talk
channel
about
was that
one.
on?
Live without a net. Or
Oh, the 5150. Somebody is scaling them, 4K scaling or something like
Right, I
that.
saw
And
that when I was
they look fantastic. I wish whoever had the original stuff would re-release like a Blu-ray or something of it. That would just be awesome. I mean, I would buy that in a heartbeat. Freaking Live Without a Net is sitting right over here, and I watch it all the time.
Do you have it digitized?
Me?
Is it in the PC?
I don't know.
on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, yeah.
We should have a watch party on the Discord or something one night where we
Yeah,
That
we
would
can
be
do
a
that.
good idea.
throw it
Yeah.
up and hang around and have
Live Without a Net.
Do a
Yeah.
concert review. How many years later?
There we go.
The
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
40,
Yeah,
38 years later.
That'd be a good.
No,
Good time.
it's funny because I haven't listened much Van Halen in quite a while, and specifically the Live Without a Net, which is my absolute favorite live performance of them ever. And maybe it was just a visuals pulled me into it, but Jesus Christ, Edward,
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Didn't we watch that in the winter edition of the Whiskey Weekend? I think we watched
yeah.
that on
I'm
the
sure
phone.
I forced
So
it down your throat, but
Oh, you don't have to force that. I mean, it's a piece of art, man.
Yeah.
I'm not anti Van Halen like Boner Jams.
yeah, no.
I mean, I've had them in rotation. 5150 was in the car, that Camaro, constantly. It's just windows down in the summertime.
Well, anybody that's wondering in the chat, Randy had shared a clip of the new scaled up 4K 5150 video from Live Without a Net. And John put it so eloquently that,
Right.
just all of the What did you say? The
Should I go verbatim here?
orchestration.
Well, back in the I was going to lead into this. You listen to the contemporaries around him back in '86, and everything was, and it did nothing wrong with it, but it was more of a.
Yep.
He's on a whole other planet, man.
Yeah,
There's an orchestra coming out of his hands.
Yeah.
3 guys. That's it.
Yep.
And the amount of sound coming out and how it harmonically fills out the space of those chords. And Randy was talking about it, the inversions and the, suspended chords that he adds, and which is mind blowing. It really is. Like that rhythm playing to me is
it's top notch.
Absolutely.
there's no
Top
better.
notch.
Like I said, he's the GOAT, man, hands down.
Yep.
I can remember as a kid watching it, and specifically 5150. And I think I've mentioned this before. Is you watch his hand, and it looks like it's not even moving, but all this flourish of musicianship is coming out. His hand is literally, just
rolling.
like in this one position right here.
Yeah.
And he's just doing a couple of different things, and I'm like, how is he doing that in that one position?
Just
And
I think
it feels like that now too, compared to the older days. It hardly moves around. Everything's got. I mean, if you play something that many times, you get
Hetfield
more and
be
more
cheating
efficient
on his
at
own
it every
riffs,
time,
though.
right?
Hetfield be cheating on his own riffs now, though. So
But you got to take a look at the timeline, right? They did that album in '85. I guess they recorded it, right?
5150,
And
it come out March of '86.
86, just
and
before
that was
summertime
the
'86.
Shreveport show, which was early days of the tour, was it not?
what, Live Without a Net? That was New Haven, Connecticut.
New Haven, sorry.
Yeah. No,
But
that wasn't that early in the tour. That was about midway through.
Okay, so say 100 dates. Just give them 100 dates for shits and giggles. That was so done. Like the song was done. There's no development of ideas, or the only time he would really do that is with little rhythm fills or in his solos. And stuff. But it was a complete piece of work and executed like he's been playing it for fucking 30 years.
Right.
Yep.
I'm a big Jason Hook fan. I've been cramming him down John's throat.
Yeah, I'm getting hooked, man.
He back when he was still in, and people hate Five Finger Death Punch, but Hook's been around a long time. He's played with Vince Neil and Alice Cooper, and the list goes on. But Eddie's his guy. Right. And he was on that when Nikki Sixx was doing his podcast or whatever. Nikki was asking him about, guys and riffs and whatever. And he played the 5150 riff. And he basically says the same thing John said. He's like, back then, all these guys were just. And he's like, Ed didn't do that. So he plays the riff, the intro riff. He's like, dude, the work. It's work to play that song. He's like, he uses these weird chord inversions. There's more double stops in that's humanly possible. It's just, he goes, Ed never just kind of like hung back and played power chords.
And it was probably it was nothing to him. He's, it's interesting though, we all have seen that clip of him doing Amsterdam, working it out in the studio.
87.
And I always appreciated that video because even him, he's working out where he wants to go with it. And he's figuring out what chords and what voicings work. But once he figures it out, I mean, it's just like gravy.
Well, the cool thing is we saw him translating what's in his head out of his fingers in real time.
Yes.
Right.
Unbelievable,
I
right?
so wish that I could do that. I hear all this music in my head and I'm like, why can't I just make my fingers do that? Why can't I just put them right in the right spot?
That's my ultimate goal as a guitar player, is to be able to play whatever pops in my head that I want to play. Like I fucking Ingve or something like that.
Fluently.
Yep. Yeah.
But again, back to that point, don't keep meaning to keep banging on it, but they weren't anything like their peers, and they got labeled as 80s rock band. But I mean, what is the one thing that he did that was peddling was cooler than shit? Was it? Good enough? I mean, that was, but I mean, it was with a fucking low bass string on there.
Yeah.
Thunking away and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. just whatever he could do to get the cool stuff.
This whole conversation was a bit of a left field because we haven't even done roll call yet. Now there's
Well,
40
you know
people
what?
instead of
I was
30
just
people.
gonna say that, and that's one of the things that I really really enjoy about doing this show is because
Doesn't fucking matter.
we come on here and we just immediately started talking with each other and going into the stuff that we talk about. And I was just remembering that, oh yeah, there's people watching, and we got people in the
I'm
chat.
holding back from saying hi to people because I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
wait,
I'm gonna interject real quick. Fruitcake Tony says the songs.
The songs.
The songs, and he's absolutely right because you had all the hot shot guitar players of the '80s, and then you had Steve Vai and Satch doing the instrumental stuff, and Yngwie. But where, like Eddie said, he's like, "Well, show me the tunes.
Yeah,
They can play."
And I think that's why me personally, my top bands, because of that, because of the songs, is Van Halen, Pink Floyd, Alice in Chains, Jerry Cantrell, freaking riff master.
Yep.
Remind me. Come back to that later.
David Gilmour, freaking melodic, master. And Eddie just freaking master of just about anything that he hears in his head, and it's about the song,
Absolutely.
the work that they're doing on guitar. I'd put his name just freaking Jerry Cantrell.
Right.
He's getting right up there with as the riff master with some of that rhythm
for sure.
stuff
He's
that
a
he
riff loader,
does.
no doubt.
Right up.
I kind of put him in
I
the
did
same
wanna ask you
category
guys-
as Dimebag Darrell, right? I mean, those are killer riffs, but
Yeah.
That was
it's not
90s
the-
though, right? That wasn't 80s.
Well-
That was, 86 we had Master of Puppets. That kind of came out and kicked some ass.
Puppets and Justice
Yeah.
were the two peak Metallica albums.
See, boys, we've done it
Seasons
again.
in the
We've
abyss.
started talking.
banged on about
Yeah.
something
Look,
else.
man, we know all
the
y'all
roll
are
call. We're
here.
just gonna-
We know y'all are here. Leave
That's
a
okay. You
comment
guys are probably
after the
watching
show.
Quentin's show. He's live still.
Is Quentin still live?
No,
I thought
he was in the
ended
chat here
a
saying he
while
was thinking
ago.
about it, but he might jump
All
on
right.
heads later.
Well, let me get over here and we're gonna
Focus. We need to focus.
unzip the chat there. All right.
Out
Let's
comes
see.
Brian's trouser throat.
Well,
Take off, eh?
we've got first in that I see was Mr. Mick. Welcome in, sir. Good to see you. Then we've got Zach Thong
Hey,
is
bro,
here.
Zach Thong.
Good to see you, Zach. And following up, Fruitcake Tony. He says, am I early? He actually was early.
Got some pizza too. Let him in.
Right on, right on. Good to see you, Tony.
You know what? You just stop for 2 seconds. The thing with Tony is, I know exactly when his shows are supposed to start.
And exactly
and
when
on
he
each
will
day and
start.
all the rest of it. I go there and I fucking sit there for 5 minutes looking at a screen, and then I start doing something else, and then I'm like an hour late. I'm like, fuck.
It's usually 13 minutes after or 19 minutes after. So
Is that yeah?
there you go. Yeah. And speaking of Fruitcake Tony and his channel, please check out the links down in the description. Make sure you read that and check out all the links. He's got a link there, and we'll be watching him next Tuesday after our show, the Guitarsenal. He'll be on at 9 for the final Halenville show. He's wrapping that up.
Pause for a moment and remind the folks in the chat to maybe go back to the last Guitarsenal video, and don't forget to leave a comment on a piece of gear that maybe you want to come up in the near future. We kind of only had one suggestion so far.
Yeah. So far, it's Randy's.
Just want to remind folks that's an
willing
option.
to-
If there's something you want to see, put it down in their comments after the
Yep.
show.
Go back to the last Guitarsenal show and leave it in the comments if you would.
So, in
because
total transparency, we're forcing or trying to encourage you guys to use the comments because that helps us with algorithms and all that stuff.
yes,
Like we love the chat and all that stuff, but we're
Oh,
trying
they
to.
know what's happening.
yeah.
Just saying,
They
I'm
know
not
the
doing those
they know
fucking
the-
guys, man.
And for the love of God, subscribe to our second channel, the OU Crew.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's even at 100 yet.
Once we get enough subs over there, we may actually even move that show over to that channel. So, just trying to have a backup, and you never
Yes,
know
I
what can happen.
Kurt's a mod.
Well,
Kurt,
it's
can you
also
put a
an
link in the
outlet
chat
It's an outlet for Randy and myself, right?
Yes.
Because, there's little snippets that show where each one of us can either tolerate what we did and thought it was kind of cool, so we can cut it out and put it up there, and pull out the what we
Yeah.
think are the nuggets
Yeah.
from the show.
And it's cool because, it is expanding the horizons as far as people that see it. I had somebody come up to me at work and they're like, well, I didn't know you played guitar and you play like this. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
Like, somebody tagged you on Facebook on this. I'm like, oh, cool.
Hilarious you said that. I have a guy that I've worked with for 10 years at work, and I'm one of those guys is I don't shit where I eat, and I keep that part separate. They don't need to know me.
Right.
He came up to me last week and he's like, holy fuck, you're a good guitar player. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I heard you and all this stuff. So it's cool,
Yeah.
It seems to be, it's getting out there a little bit.
You won't be able to hide forever. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, my service manager did the same thing. I'm always talking about buying guitars, and I'll be sitting there at lunch on Reverb or whatever. And he asked me one time, he's like, "You buy all these guitars? Can you even fucking play?" And then he saw one of the clips that I put up on Instagram. And anytime I post a clip on Instagram, it posts to my Facebook.
Yeah, same.
And then one of those reels just happened to
Across his desk.
It popped in his feed, and he was like, "Holy shit!"
Yep.
You are the Ripper.
Right.
No Ripper to Service Bay 3, please.
Usually it's that kind of Ripper. Jeez. All right, let's continue on. We've got Can't Drive 55 is here. 5150 time. Come on, Ryan, bring this mother home. It's a hot summer night. It is getting a little hot. That is for sure.
Especially
We
with
got
fans off.
channel member Blue Mox is hanging out with us. Say
Brother, how
hello.
are
You got the
you?
blue?
Good to see you, Blue. Zach Thong, we said hello. Can't Drive 55. Wall of Cries. I'm here for the free food. You are SOL, buddy. You
Every
are
one of us
SOL.
are hearty eaters.
I have some of
get
these
your ass in
Hawkins
that kitchen and
cheesies
start
here.
cooking.
He could come and have some of these Hawkins cheesies if he's so inclined.
Channel member Rob Blackmore official saying hey to us, gents. Good to see you, Rob.
Good
Good to see you. There she is. Channel member Patty Dill saying hello to OU812, Randy Price, Symmetry, John DeShane, and R2R3, even though he's not here. Good to see you, Patty.
Anymore.
That's because Patty's a great person.
So very
Patty's the
kind.
queen. She's the queen of YouTube.
Got KXM Rock is hanging out with us. Good to see you,
I like
sir.
dogs.
Let's
Hanging out
see.
with Chuck Verde.
CMBR is here. Good
buddy.
to see you.
What up?
We got Daniel Berry Sports Highlights saying, yo, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
So
Dan Gorman is here. John Shane hanging out there in the chat.
He was betting. He was willing to bet if R2 would show up, and that's my
Oh, yeah.
response.
Yeah, you will lose that
it's
one.
a sucker's bet.
Patrick Trites is here. Good to see you, sir. We got channel member Hillary is here saying happy Thursday.
Hey,
Good
Hillary.
to
What's
see
up,
you.
Hillary?
Let's see, who else? We got channel member Gretch Zeppelin, all aboard the trim train. Right on. Mr. Mick. Did we say hey to Mr. Mick? I think he was first one
Did
in,
again.
wasn't
He was
First
first
one
in.
in.
Yeah.
he? Yep.
Hey
Channel
again, Mr.
member Charles 75N, Dr.
The
Fabric.
myth, the legend.
Again,
So,
if you have checked out the description of the video there, you will see a link to Charles 75N's YouTube channel. Please go over there, give him a sub, and check out some of his video stuff.
Yeah.
Especially the latest stuff with Charles Green's fabric wrapped Motley Crue guitar. That is some
That's
cool
killer
stuff. Dan Gorman there, we all agree, man. We all agree.
It was
See,
funny. I
folks.
was reading the comments in that video as it was playing, and that was basically the sentiment was what we just said. And it's like some people actually said, "I fucking cried," watching this.
Yeah.
Is so impactful.
Yeah. OTW Live is here hanging out. Good to see
Hey, brother.
you, sir.
GOT dub.
Let's see. We've also got, where is he? You're my boy. There he is. Kurt 5150 is here. Good to see you, sir.
Good show last night, guys.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah, it was fun.
listen to a lot of intimate details about Kurt's personality. Psychological.
I'm not going to lead any meaning into this statement, but last night's show was probably the first show in a long, long time that I actually watched the whole show all the way through and stayed entertained.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two boys are super engaging with the chat. And
Yeah.
not saying that. I mean, Caleb, fuck him. He's a rock star, right? So he floats in whenever he wants, and But Jay's great too. But it's nice to have, he's a big personality on there, and it's good to just have the two guys riff on each other.
Yeah, all I'm saying is Kurt and Boner last night, you both did a fantastic job.
Yep.
Like John said, playing off each other.
Still fun, but a little more serious. A little more intimate, I guess, if you will, with just the two of them, right?
It was a good
fucking
time.
videos, though. You should have had Jay come on for the last 3 videos.
Just the WTF.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. It was a good show. And once again, the Under the Bus channel is down in the description.
Maybe Kurt can pump his own link if he wants in the chat.
Make sure you check them out. Let's see, where was I? There he is. Let's see, scrolling here, we've got, let's see, we said hello to all these cats here.
We get KXM?
I think we did, didn't we?
Did we get
Hello
Arkansas?
again, my friend.
Well, I'm still scrolling, boys.
Okay,
I'm still scrolling.
Let him focus.
We got LA2B11 is here. Good to see you.
Nice to see you again.
Let's see. We said hello to Hillary, channel member. Wall of Christ.
That's your
we
friend,
said
isn't
hello
it,
to.
Hillary? Randy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt said it was 101 here, and he played a round of hot golf.
Hope you had a couple of tall boys in that golf bag.
There's Pops. Quentin James is here. I was going to go
you are way
live,
back.
but don't want Kurt 5150 screaming at him. Can't Drive 55. We said hello to a little earlier. Let's see. We've got Edwin Crane is here and hanging out. Good to see you.
Amen.
There's Arkansas. Good to see you, Arky, one of our channel members and mods for the channel.
Moderator. Good
Good to see you
Arky.
hanging out.
She's
Let's
awesome.
see. Who else do we got here? Papa Blue, did we say hey? We're going to say it now.
Hey.
We got channel member, hey man, Joe is here. A little late, but you're good to go. We've just been blabbling on. So there's channel member Scott Brockway is hanging out. Good to see you, Scott. Let's see. Channel member McCollum Music Matt is here. Finally home with some Pacifico just in time.
My favorite.
Right on, dude. Right on. Let's see. We got No Man's Land is hanging out with us. Good to see you, sir. KXM Rock is there. Good to see you. Tony is sticking out his tongue at somebody. Wayne McConnell is hanging out with us. Good to see you. Fubar is here as well. Good to see everybody here in the chat. Let's see. Have I
48,000.
missed anybody?
50,000 on my end.
We said hey to Fubar.
Yeah, Pink Floyd.
There's
always.
Cheech. What is going on? Greatest rhythm player?
Well, I think even
or
Hetfield would say
Young?
Malcolm.
Yep.
As would Scott Ian.
Malcolm
All
was,
fantastic rhythm players.
Malcolm was a freaking rock in that
Yeah,
band.
They're so
Swiss
different,
watch.
though, right? Hetfield's in his own little category, and
Yep.
Hetfield was kind of godfather of a lot of that stuff.
Yep. But see, here you go. AC/DC had Malcolm and Angus.
Brothers.
Metallica has got Hetfield and
No, it just count Hetfield.
Waboy.
I think Kurt only plays live.
But what I'm saying is they have 2 guitarists in the band that fill out the songs, whereas Eddie was the only guitar player.
Right.
He could carry the rhythm and then pull off
And
the
the
lead. And it was almost like you never really missed the rhythm part when he was playing the lead. It was like
With
the
that
whole
rack,
song.
I mean, he kind of had a couple other
I
guitars
was
going.
going to say, if you put enough harmonizer and delay,
Yeah.
you can fucking sound
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
as hell. That's our secret.
Yep,
Ripped off from him.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
you think of Judas Priest or Iron Maiden too, with the dueling guitars,
Yep.
Yep.
octave apart kind of shit.
Yep. I'm sure we all know that this whole entire rig here is completely ripped off from what Eddie was doing back
It's
in
not science; it's witchcraft, folks.
the Live Without a Net days.
So now
Channel
we
member
have to-
Cheryl Locke is here saying, hey, everyone, going to listen from the bedroom. Been a
Awesome,
long day.
Cheryl.
Right on.
All right, Cheryl. You know,
Glad you're listening in. We'll try and play some.
we can do a little
Easy.
Howard
Easy
Stern.
tone.
You know, Cheryl, go ahead. Go
Favorite.
sit on the speaker over there.
Turn your bass all the way up.
Just we're not going there. All right, who else do we have here? We got channel member Al's G is here. Got a new name here, the People's Fabricator,
Right
saying
on.
greetings.
Cool.
We got
Greetings to you.
sport bike in there. What is that? A TL 1000? It's kind of hard to see. Some kind of Gixxer maybe. 2000, 2002, 2000. No, that would be like a 2004 GSXR if that's what that is. I can't tell from a small picture. But welcome in.
Yeah, man.
Let's see, who else? I think I've got just about everybody. I'm nearing the end here. We said hey to Gretch Zeppelin already, I believe. Ferd Burfel has made it here, saying good evening. Good to see you, Ferd.
Hey, Ferd. Good to see you, brother.
Let's see. You got channel member on the sidelines is here. Good to see you hanging out. Ferd Burfel. Throwing it out and renewing a membership. Awesome, Ferd.
Cool,
Thank
man.
you.
Cheers,
Thank you
Ferd.
so much. Let's see. Zach Thong just subscribed to the second channel. Right on, Zach. Appreciate it.
Awesome,
Appreciate
brother.
it. We're
Thanks for all
trying
the
to
people there.
trying to grow that up over there. Channel member Sean Hockey is here hanging out.
Right on.
Good to see you, sir.
Hey, Sean.
Uncle Dude has shown up. Good to see you. Saying hello to the brothers and sisters here. And let's see, there's Bo, Guitar Man 45, channel member.
Brother Bo.
Good to see you hanging out with us. And I think we have just about got everyone. There's Mitch Heyman.
Howdy, Mitch.
Did you get
William Da
Jeff?
Silva has come on in.
Right on.
Got a new name. Leslie James Jr. is here. Sup,
Cool.
y'all? Good to
What's up,
see you.
man?
Hey, good to see you.
Appreciate all the new watchers coming in. And everybody take a moment, if you would. The thumbs up really, really help us to stimulate that algorithm. If you just take a couple
Right.
seconds and hit that for us, we would
forget.
certainly appreciate it.
There he is. There he is.
Or at least on the way out, if you wouldn't mind. Let's see. Did we say hello to Cheech? I know we read his
Cheech.
comment, but we're going to say hey to Cheech.
King Edward. He was.
Let's see. Gear Up Guitar is here. What's up?
Cool.
Good to see you hanging out. That's a new name, I believe.
Nope, he's been here a lot. He was here before.
Okay. Smallmouth guys here. There's Special K, aka Karen. Not that
Right
Karen.
on.
What is
See,
going
Karen.
on? Good to see you. Let's see.
He's here from Florida, but Steve's 20 minutes away and he's not here.
Channel member Jeff H is here. Said EVH, he could play that guitar just like ringing a bell. You got that right. There he is, channel member Jimmy Biter. What's up?
My package
Miss you,
from Jimmy
brother.
got delayed.
Package from Jimmy?
Pardon?
Yes. Not
It's not
Jimmy's,
Jimmy's
package.
I was going to say, that's a 3-ball special you got to take
Oh,
going on.
jeez.
Beverage run.
Got Jay Paul is here. Good to see you hanging out again. He's saying, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. There's a laser guided saying hello all. Good to see you.
Hello.
And I think we have caught up with the exception of Guitar Samurai 1 saying greetings, gentlemen. Greetings all. Good to see everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. And we appreciate all the channel support. So please, please, please hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, just hanging out, lurking, go ahead and hit that subscribe. It's free. Helps us out. All right, boys. I think we should play something. What do you say?
Might be an idea.
What do you feel like playing?
I got somebody was asking for Tragically Hip tune.
All right. Rip it, man.
I loaded it up yesterday and I kind of going by what I think it should be.
Wait,
So-
wait. Let's do it this way because that way it doesn't interfere so much with the
Oh, look at that.
right.
So
Oh, Trev's been in here doing some.
This is. I tried this before we in the green room with the OU crew badge. It was
Okay.
better.
excuse the clams in advance. It's a fun tune.
I like some chowder.
Let's go. John DeShane, everybody.
I had this dream where I relished the fray, and the screaming filled my head all day. It was as though I'd been spit here, settled into the pocket of a lighthouse on some rocky socket of the coast of France, dear. An afternoon, 4,000 men died in the water here, and 500 more were crashing madly as parasites.
done, John.
Right
well
on.
done.
That was cool.
If
was
you're
trying
all
to think
familiar
of,
with
like,
the
how-
original, that was
that-
pretty on point.
It's like, how the fuck? Where does that go again?
Right, yeah.
You felt your way through it pretty well, man.
Yep. Yep.
That's just a hoot to jam. It's totally
Yeah.
simple and just a nice banger.
How long you been working on that one?
Literally about 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah,
Was that
that's-
one that you used to play, though?
Nope, never.
Just out of the blue.
Well, it's
Listen
two
to it in the
guitars
truck
too,
today
right?
while you were driving around a bit?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that just kind of shoots the statement I was going to make just right out of the water.
Oh,
I was going
you
to say
suck.
that learning these new songs, sometimes takes time. And,
Well, the big thing is
Shit it out.
it's two distinct guitars in that track.
right.
So trying to pick out the higher, the low line, or the harmony line, it's like, fuck it, just bang her out.
Yeah.
Nobody
yeah,
knows
yeah.
it anyways. So,
Yeah.
Mom, no hands.
yeah.
Let's see. I think I saw somebody else that had come in or something happened. up
Quentin's
here.
back. There was...
There it is. Laser Guided. Decided to become a new YouTube member.
Dollar, 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 dollar.
Thank you so much for the support, Laser Guided. We certainly appreciate it. Thank you.
I saw
If you look,
also,
I drove 6 people.
You
out
Tell
with
Me jumped in
You
the
Tell
chat.
Me is here. He's waiting for the
Cheers,
TransTrem.
man.
All right. Good to
Cheers,
see you.
Dan, because I just saw you, and cheers to you, man.
Right on. Right on. Let's see. Anything else happening? Wayne McConnell says that's a fabulous Canadian band with so many great songs written by a poet.
They were really big in Canada. I mean, they got a lot of radio traction here. We have the whole Canton rule, and they have a pretty large variety of music. The thing with the lead singer of that band, Gord Downey, R.I.P. Gord,
Yep.
was he would go on tangents when they were live.
Yeah. Political.
Right? There's this one song where he goes off on like a 15-minute tangent about the killer whale tank. Or that live version of Highway Girl where he goes off on a pretty dark little story about
Just kind of
Stuff.
whatever.
You couldn't
Yeah.
build a shed big enough for them, though. They would, everywhere they go, just in Canada.
Yeah.
And he was the kind of fellow who got diagnosed with brain cancer. They treated him best they could, still couldn't get ahead of it. So what did he do?
Went on tour.
Did one more round.
And he got off
Respect.
tour and fucking died.
Yeah.
He was and you could tell. I mean, at the end,
Yeah.
Canada held, I think they broadcast it on CBC, didn't they?
I do believe.
The last thing in Toronto or Montreal. Like the whole country watched.
Yeah.
And you could see it was.
You could tell
fucking-
that was
it
the last time.
Was pretty emotional, man.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
such a, because they were pretty impactful on us, whether we like them or not. Because
Right.
they were part of our.
You couldn't
youth,
get
right?
away from it.
Yeah.
I heard about them in the late 90s, I believe was the first time I heard. They've got a song called New Orleans Sinking, or is that
That's
somebody
right.
else?
And I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to swim. That's
Yep.
one of my least favorite of their work.
Yeah. I think that may have been the first song that I was introduced to.
Right.
Because,
Yeah, that got some traction though.
Was that where you could hit fast forward still in the 90s? I guess so, yeah. New
On the CD
Orleans,
player,
fuck
skip.
that
Yeah.
shit.
what else going on? Cheech says Downing was bit like a Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like really artsy and eccentric outside of even being a performer on stage. He was quite the character.
It's interesting with Canadian artists in the late 80s and 90s, right? Some super, like Alanis Morissette, she was just unbelievable in her heyday. But there was that time when I guess everybody thought they had to tell you what they thought and felt about everything. Yeah. It's like, shut the fuck up and play, man. Say it in your song, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to see Henry Rollins, and the next thing you know, you get an hour and a half of spoken word. It's like, what? So there was going to be music.
Well, there was a thing recently with Mellencamp.
Right.
John
Oh, yeah, he
Cougar
went on a rant.
Mellencamp or whatever. He goes on the political rant, and some of the audience started disagreeing with him, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Shut up, or I'm going to end the show."
And
It's
they're
like,
basically like, shut up and play.
Yeah, just shut up and play. It's just I don't need to hear all that.
Now, it was the true birth, at least out here on the West Coast, or the resurgence of the fucking granola crunchers, right?
In contrast, was the time I went to go see Tommy Chong at Richards on Richards,
Yeah.
and it wasn't comedy. He was doing music.
Yeah.
What the? Somebody got a fast point on us.
Was Cheech there with him?
Nope. Just Chong and a guitar, and I think there's a couple other hippies.
I saw Tommy Chong in a pub or a club in Chilliwack, and he had guitar and stuff, and he was funny as shit.
Yeah. I mean,
but he's playing, and it was good.
Yeah.
Bo has an appointment. I'm supposed to go see a 69 Gibson Birdland Saturday at Elderly Music here. Very cool.
Bo would laugh at me for what I shared with y'all yesterday. I was like, how in the hell did I not notice until now that an EDS 1275 only has 20 frets?
I was even worse. I said, what the hell is an EDS?
Right.
Right.
One of those Mandela moments.
Yep. I mean, I've never really sat and stared at one either. So,
Well, it's kind of odd. I mean, it's an SG, basically.
yeah.
And pretty much everything Gibson makes electric-wise has got 22. But, yeah, I'll shut up now.
It's kind of the way that it's made. It kind of runs out of area for the extra frets. So, AMC Kingdom is here, saying hey to the OU crew.
How you doing,
Welcome in. You Tell Me says, you can't just pull me over and tell me I can go, man. I know, right? You got to search my vehicle. What? Oh, he's talking about some of the Cheech stuff, I guess, Cheech and Chong. Let's see.
Cheech says that he wasn't there. He couldn't make it.
This is kind of what we agree with. This is what makes them think their opinion is so important. Yeah.
But you know what? You're up there. You got the mic. So there's a certain amount of that. And if you got something to say, like I know...
all those 60 bands at Woodstock.
Well, no, even back before Sarah McLachlan got huge, another Canadian artist in Canada, she was really passionate about the old growth forests on the island. Fair enough. Who cares? Harmless fucking cause, right? And she said something. She'd play a song, and then she would say, there's want to raise awareness for this blah 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 over there, and then that off singing her song. It's like, okay, fine.
Okay. Yeah.
If it was something I was interested in, you gave me the info, and I can take
that
it from
got
here.
beat to death with that SPCA commercial, though, that song I heard. My God.
Right. That's as soon as you start, you hear like the first two notes, you're like, oh, I'm going to change the channel now.
Right. I'll just go to the shelter and get a dog. Might as well move.
Can't Drive 55 is here, and he's saying Corey Feldman is trying to be a musician, but it looks and sounds like comedy. You know what?
Are you kidding me? Dude's a super shredder.
I learned his little solo that he did. There we go.
Like
Did you sell him that guitar?
Yeah, he's like playing the purple 5150 like I got there.
Uh-oh. Here they go.
Calling the riff police. J. Paul throwing it out there for YouTube membership. Thank you very, very much, J. Paul, for the channel membership and the support. We certainly appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Now I remember the thing I wanted to talk about. Okay. Did you all see Jerry Cantrell's solo song?
Yes.
Yeah, the new one that he's posted.
Now, why is he a solo rather than it? I mean, it sounds just like Alice in Chains.
It's because he is
different people in the bands.
Paola.
Did you switch out a couple guys? All the guys?
All the guys.
All of them.
Really?
You know what, though? There is a subtle difference. Like, remember Boogie? Is a Boogie or Bogey Depot?
Boggy Depot.
That was fucking killer. And that was Alice in Chains riffs, but it was with him singing. And I love that.
Well, I mean, he sings probably 70% in Alice in Chains, too. So
Probably more than that.
probably, yeah.
The funny thing is, he never wanted to either.
He has transitioned. I mean, it's almost like looking in a mirror when I look at him now. In my mind's eye, I'm like my 21-year-old self. You look in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm a 55-year-old myself with a long beard and, crow's feet coming and stuff. It's like,
Said he transitioned. He's Janice Cantrell,
right? That kind of transition.
And he
He's
doesn't
going pretty
know
manly.
what's going on.
He's starting to go a little more Clint Eastwood, I was thinking.
Guys.
I don't know.
What was the deal with that yesterday? And never mind. I guess we don't. That was. Where did that come from? I just popped in there a few minutes late. I'm like, looking in the chat, and I'm like, did I just see what I thought I saw?
Yeah, that's their bag of hammers to deal with.
Right?
Christopher Live Sova is here, gentlemen. And
Right on,
saying
brother.
hello to the TransTrem Thursday crew.
Big
Good to see you,
ups
sir. Good to see
For
you.
all the cool pics and stuff,
Yeah.
pics of pics and so on and so forth from your trip last night to see LA Guns. It was pretty cool, man.
Blue Mox
you
says
know, you
Jerry is amazing. Forget that comedy bit name he was doing vids of, music comedy. What was that? The dad's band or something like that?
Something
He did-
like that.
Yeah, he did the comedy bit.
Not familiar.
Oh, don't forget, in the 90s, they did the Nona tapes.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Who was
Tommy.
that? Yeah, I'm trying to find where he is. There he is. Bent Thomas here. Good seeing you, man. Good to see you.
And if
How
you're-
high are you?
And if
I
you're
mean,
not,
hi,
you
how
tell
are
me
you?
he is.
That's right.
Y'all noticing I'm putting my
possibility.
drink over here today?
So you don't spill it all over your roadcaster like some
It
other
just seemed like
idiot
I had a vision once there in
Right.
the last couple of days where it was like, you know what? Don't keep tippy things near the roadcaster, especially because you need that pathway open to push buttons and move things. So
And we have seen one destroyed. Yeah.
Wall of Christ. Fucking kill you.
Once again, everybody in the chat, sorry, we're kind of going off our own little tangent here.
High on coffee. I'm sorry, guys.
Simon Hosford is here saying good
Brother.
morning, fellas. Hope everyone is well.
There's the Ripper.
Yes, sir.
good to
Yes,
see
sir.
you again, man. He's a fan
Chief
now, I
Ripper.
guess.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll get Simon talked into coming on to panel and playing with us.
Can put the email in the chat. I'll do it.
Talking about having to dumb it down, eh? Fuck
We
me.
we would all we would all just leave. Like, Simon, everybody.
I
Yeah.
can start packing.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a little topic to talk about. If you
Okay.
guys are into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
About or a boat?
A beat.
A boot.
When you guys started, like, when did you start playing, Randy? A kid, right? 12, 13, something like that?
Yeah, 10 or 11.
Yeah. And Ryan, you were young too?
Yeah, I was probably 14, 15, maybe.
Okay. So I started playing at 9.
And that's when I got my first guitar. That's not when
Right.
I really started trying to practice and whatnot.
Miss you, Jimmy.
Let me grab this from Jimmy Biter. Jimmy Biter with $20 super chat.
Right on,
Thank you for
Jimmy.
the support, man. He says, rock on and rock hard, my brothers. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Hold your thought there, John.
Yeah,
Simon
yeah.
says, I'd love to come on one day, boys. It would be an honor and a pleasure. So happy to have met all you legends. Right on. Right on.
He's so humble, this dude, man.
Such a great player, too.
Oh, fuck. You're a wonderful guy.
Again,
Yeah.
I watched the clip of the first section of the Live Without a Net solo, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate this guy, but you love the playing at the same time. It's like,
Well, this kind of ties into my point. If we're good to go, talk about that.
yeah. Gonna say
So-
hey to Megadave though. What's
Yeah,
up,
man.
Megadave?
Hey, brother. How are you?
Good to
What's up,
see you
dude?
hanging out.
Man, Mega Dave. Another fellow Canuck. Good to see you, brother.
So for the first little bit of me, I was playing bass with my dad in his country jazz kind of deal. So, I got to learn basics and stuff, but the Van Halen thing is what got me going, right? And I think it was Diver Down. We kind of, for some reason, that was my time when it happened. What point did you boys in your musical journey, as some of us would say, did you stop being intimidated by people like Edward Van Halen and Steve Vai and Joe Satriani and say, I can do this, or even try to do it?
You know what? It's still, to me, it's still an intimidation to tackle some of that stuff. It's like, because, I never learned how to read music. Tablature, get out of here with that. So most of the stuff I kind of learned by what I've heard and kind of, okay, this is that. Or I'll watch somebody else and see where their placement is. I'm more of a visual kind of learner. So if somebody shows me, this is the chord in there. So a lot of the stuff, and it was probably years ago when I didn't have a Steinberger at that time, but I'm like, I'm going to learn Summer Nights.
Yeah.
And
Are we doing the capo thing?
And I don't care what it takes. I'm going to learn how the heck he's doing that, and I'm going to learn it properly. So, yeah, I always just stuck a capo on the guitar at the third fret.
I should clarify, because Quentin's talking about it. I'm not so much imitated, but overwhelmed by the talent.
Yeah.
And thinking that, oh, my God, this is unattainable.
Yeah.
And what point did you, as a player even, start thinking, okay, I can.
Well, I guess to your point, what you're trying to make is back in the 90s, I got to a point where I was like, I'm not him. Yeah. So I'm not going to be able to do what he's doing. I may could, replicate some of the stuff that he's doing, but I need to be me. So whenever, I joined a band back in the 90s, it was like, I can play this, but I can do it the way I'm comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
And that's still how I play a lot of the Van Halen stuff, is I play it the way that it's comfortable. And that's the same thing that Satriani has said about this recent tour, is that a lot of the stuff, he's doing it his own way because that's the way that he wants to honor Ed.
And that's the way Eddie would have wanted it. Hate to tell all you fucking guys.
And he probably would not be able to do it note for note like Ed did. So, But I would say probably in the back early 90s, I was like, I can do this. I can join a band. I can play. I can go and just do my own thing.
What about you, Randy?
I don't know. That's kind of a hard question. You're
obviously, cocky son of a bitch. You came out saying, "Fuck you, Eddie. I'm better than you."
No. in my mind, and I don't give a fuck how technically good somebody is. You got players nowadays that technically could wipe the floor with Ed, but they'll still never hold a candle to that man. So I will always, till the day I go to the grave, will idolize Eddie Van Halen.
100%.
And
and that's an interesting thing, is because you got a bunch of players on YouTube that are phenomenal. It's like, how in the heck are they doing that? But where's their band? Where's their popularity? Where's their fame? Other than
different space and time, though.
It's a different space and time. Yeah, exactly. But you still have to be able to. Maybe that person can play all that stuff on a guitar, but you put him in a room with a band and he's lost.
Yeah.
Can't keep time. Can't hold the rhythm.
Yep.
I
told a story of a couple of drummers we auditioned that were phenomenal, and then we get in the live room with us. It's like, what the fuck happened, man?
But to actually answer your question,
I
don't know. I don't think I ever. I guess you would say, when you say intimidated by Eddie Van Halen, you're like the whole holy fuck, I can't ever do that, right?
Yeah.
There's still some of that to this day for me.
How would I even think about
much.
doing that? You know what I mean?
I won't say I'm intimidated by him. I respect what he did. And just, there's some of that shit. It's just like, I could learn it note for note, play it the way he played it, picking wise, or how he fretted technically, and it's still not going to sound like him. So I just let that be and
see
let him handle it.
That's the whole thing about playing guitar, is that it is so individual.
Yep.
We all have what feels comfortable to us.
Different grip, but different attacks, different flavors and picks, different flavors and strings and woods and pickups. And
we all have a different kind of groove that we're into too. We might, feel like this kind of picking makes a better feel for me in this tune, where somebody else might come in and do something else. And it's like, that's really, really cool too. But, I think when you're playing on the fly, you're just playing what feels, and I think that a lot of that happened with Ed too, because a lot of the songs you'll listen and you'll hear that he does a different little rhythm here, or, goes off a little bit here and does something different. And it's just what you're feeling at that particular time is the way that you do it. So that's kind of, it's one of those things where, you put up a video or something on YouTube of you playing a little clip of something, and somebody's like, that's not how it's done. Or that doesn't sound right. Or it's like, so that's how it
sounds like garbage.
That's how it feels to me, or that's,
I
that's
think
my take on it. That's
for sure.
We've gotten into doing a lot of, cover tunes and stuff on the shows. And I have yet to do anything Van Halen related other than play some riffs or some little lead licks here and there. And it's because, like Wall of Cries asks me all the time, why don't you play this Van Halen song? Why don't you play this? Why don't you play that? And it's just like, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to study it till my brain explodes. And when I play it, it's going to be right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's just, and it's, I'm going to do it to, Hosford brings it up perfectly. Now, having to sit there and learn every lick of that Live Without a Net solo and all that, that's the kind of dedication I would put into doing a Van Halen cover. Right. Playing Rad or Docking or I don't give a fuck.
So he says, learning every lick of the Live Without a Net solo is given an even deeper appreciation of what a genius Ed was. He has no words. He has a much bigger left-handed stretch than I ever thought. Frets 2 to 7. Ow.
Looks like.
Yep.
2 to 7. Jeez.
Well, we were talking about that in our little after show hang Tuesday night.
Yeah. My fucking finger hurts now.
But when I was learning to play, Eddie was why I wanted to learn to play. Yeah. That was the inspiration. Yeah. And I was hitting that teenage age where I was into all kinds of heavy stuff.
Right.
And I really got into Metallica, and I really learned how to play guitar playing along to the Metallica records.
Yeah, man.
So I have I'm not going to I shouldn't compare myself to Hetfield, but my rhythm style is very much as a lot of downstrokes. I mean, because that's how I learned to play. So I don't play, Eddie plays stuff alternate picked or starts on an upstroke. I'm just going to downstroke it. We talked about that little lead lick I did Sunday or whatever. It's like, I can't even play that lead lick alternate picked. I downstroke the whole thing.
Shut the fuck up, Quentin.
No, Kurt fucking burned him earlier. He said Quentin learned to play guitar the day after Abe Lincoln was assassinated.
That's right.
It was a different Abe Lincoln comment.
So Haas says that Slash's odd note groupings and his fast licks are very much like Ed's. Super cool to realize that. Yeah. I've never really, looked too much at Slash's playing. I mean, I like, his guitar playing, but
some of their songs that were overplayed, I still have no tolerance for. I guess that's all I can say about that.
Most of YouTube players don't have an Alex Van Halen in their back. I don't think any of them have.
Being in Vancouver, they play November Rain for nonstop all through November. It's just
so to kind of bring that. Oh, good. Yeah, bring that back. Randy's balls just
dropped. Yeah, he's a little youngin'.
I think it was probably Live Without a Net, because then I would have been 14, so I'd been playing for 5 years, right? And seeing that and then hearing the difference between the album, it was like, well, the point of this isn't what he's playing necessarily. The point of it is the feeling and the inspiration and the spontaneity of it. And I kind of gave myself, I did cover bands for years, so that's.
Yeah, there's a very high chance that I saw John Deshane without knowing about seeing John Deshane.
I learned
Kids Pub or the Side Door or the Roxy or the Town Pump or the.
I learned the tunes, but learning shit note for note. It's like David Gilmour. He's my hero. Like, he's my Ed. I mean, Ed's right behind David Gilmour for me.
Right. Yeah.
And I get a lot of compliments saying that, it's so Gilmour and all the rest. I couldn't play you a single David Gilmour song or two note for note.
Right.
Couldn't.
Yeah.
It's taking the inspiration and running with it, right?
Yeah. There's actually a couple of licks that I have in my repertoire that are Gilmour licks.
Yeah.
Is it?
No. F you, Randy. Sorry, Joe Alba says, welcome in, by the way. Says, go back and listen to Right Now. Try to find the one. Best of all worlds, swung it a little to make it easier to find the one. Cool, but makes you appreciate how they played it straight and hit all those pushed hits.
Yeah.
Yep. He's exactly right. The older I've gotten, the more I've gotten into listening to the isolated Alex Van Halen tracks.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to what he's playing during the solo section of Jump?
Yeah, he's hitting all the
drum parts?
yeah, he's hitting all Eddie's bass notes, dun 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 dun, with his kick, right?
Right. He's out of it's an off time, jazzy kind of.
Yeah, Beato did an analysis on it. It's like 4/4, 7/8, 6/8, 4/4.
And then
That's what we were saying. It's all about the way that it feels to you, as you're playing. And you just do it. You're not worried about time. You just do it.
it's like
Amen, amen, Bo.
the pre-chorus to Unchained. Da, da, na, 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 na. It's 4/4/4/4/3/4/4/4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pleasure Dome's another Alex Van Halen. As cool as the shit Eddie's playing in there, what Alex is playing is out there too.
His
And
snare shots, I love those.
It's interesting that you bring that up because as a younger guitar player, as I said, trying to replicate what I hear,
Yeah.
I find that when I would try to learn something of Van Halen, I was like, how is he getting all that in there? But then realized that he's not doing it. A lot of what I'm hearing as part of the song is the drum and the bass pushing that guitar. And I was like, oh, he's only doing, this.
Yeah.
And Mike and the drums are filling it in, making it sound like, there's more notes that he's hitting. So,
And you know what? That's part of the reason why I have such a hard on for a plexi. Because it takes that low end thug right out of it altogether, right? You're occupying your sonic space, and that's it to me. Right? You never hear Ed chug. Even on Unchained, right? I mean, that's still not a like a resonance. I'm sorry, I'm talking up to 86, 88.
I would say later live he chugged that riff for sure.
yeah.
And Hosford says about Mean Street in the solo section. You ever paid attention to the riff that's being played under the solo?
Yeah, Ben Hiller did a thing on that. It's a really, really interesting watch.
Right.
Yeah, go check that one out. Andy Carson, channel member, is here. He says, what's up, everybody? Just popping in to say, hey, crazy shift today. People are acting stupid, thus causing us to run calls like crazy. Have a great show, boys.
Hey,
Right on, Andy.
Best of luck with all that, man.
Hope Dad is doing better, too. So
Yeah.
He's home. I talked to Andy for a second earlier today. His pops is home. They got him on a new oxygen machine that he's going to have to deal with, but it is what it is. But he's back home, so...
I'm a few minutes behind in the chat, so let me get caught up here. Haas says, I adore how we all want to feel closer to Ed by attempting to play his stuff. That Satch called us all out in a recent interview I thought was unnecessary. Come on, Satch. We all bought your records.
Well said.
Satch called us out,
I
huh?
think I still have a couple. My original OG Surfing with the Alien in a box somewhere.
I don't know that I'd heard what he said to call us out. Let's see. Wayman Joe, please just play something. I've put my request in. Chatting is going to get you nowhere. We seem to be doing
Appreciate
okay.
it.
I mean, this is kind of what we do here. We talk and then just play.
Thursdays is more of a talking show.
Joe says Gilmore is pretty easy to play, but it was his brilliance that composed it. Two notes that he could play. Like
since you guys did a Comfortably Numb round.
The beginning to Mother, the solo there. Let's see, what is that he does? I can't remember how that starts now.
I mean, there's so much goodness.
Oh, there it is. There it is. That's three notes. Of course, there's a bend in one, but the feeling that he puts into that, it's just amazing. Yeah. And I didn't do it justice there at all. Jimmy says, I have stupid hands, so there's that.
Yeah. We miss you,
but
Jimmy.
I get his point, right?
Send him the link.
What?
Even if you're on, your stilts.
What Gilmore plays is not necessarily, it's technically hard or anything like that, but it's how he plays it and what his hands. It's his hands, right? And his thoughts and his emotions and how he interacts with chord changes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Bo says, yes, he's used some bass pedals in the past to enhance that push. Feeling the stuff out. Gilmore is not easy to play. Those bends and pre-bends and all that stuff that he does.
One of my other favorites off the wall is the Goodbye Blue Sky. I mean, the acoustic stuff is so good.
Yeah. Get the dissonance between those different notes that he plays. J. Paul's got it there. It's a mood.
100%.
For sure. Well, boys, I feel like doing a little
riffage.
Little something for
you gonna play? Yeah, play a tune. I've got to re-up my coffee.
Gotta dance. Okay, you go like
I gotta make sure that
go fuck yourself.
My levels are all correct here. This power went out the other day, so I got to make sure this is all set. Let's see.
You should have just.
And again,
turned off your
this
camera.
is not to be note for note. This is my version.
Yeah.
This is the way that I've learned it. This is how I play it. This is how it feels good to me.
Give us some smiles, Ryan. Just give us some smiles, brother. You know what you got to do.
Just hanging around every local parking lots. Oh, checking out all the girls, see what they got. Wow, 'cause they love it. When me and the boys wanna play some live with them human toys. Wow, we wind them up, let them go. Wow. Oh yeah. Summer nights in my radio. Well, that's all you need, baby. Don't you know? We celebrate when the games are here. On a hot summer night, that's my time of the year. Oh, we made it through the cold, and that freezing snow is getting old. Next year I'll head out for the coast. What do you say, fellas? That might just call for a toast. Now what do you say? Good line. You grab that pole. I'll meet you down the mission hole. Wow, them girls are fighting good tonight. Oh.
did it the way I want to do it. Bit Tom says this song always reminds me of high school, cruising and chasing the girls. Me too, man. You know, I had a 1969 fastback Mustang, and was wearing out the tape deck with that thing.
72 long bumper Camaro.
You know those kicker speakers that you would get for a truck and put them behind the seat? 2 of them. And in the 69 Mustang, the back seat folds down. And I had those.
Fastback?
It's fastback. Yep.
Oh.
So I had those 2 in the back laying down.
Yeah.
And it had a Radio Shack realistic EQ.
Nice.
And it had a little bass boost button on it. And I'd always hit that boost button in the treble,
Right.
put it like I had it in the smiley V. Mm-hmm. And that's how I would jam out with that stuff, man. Good
Right
stuff. The heat of the summer. You got it. Uncle Dude throwing up some rockin' horns. Right on. Brian Peterson is here.
Right
hey,
on.
you got this. Sounds good to me. Dang. Right on. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's mad at it. That was awesome.
Yeah. And I did it my way. And you know what? You can't see my face when I'm playing that tune, but I'm smiling as well. There's just, I can't express the amount of joy that I get from playing a tune like that. It just makes me happy. You can almost feel the, what do you call it? The, not adrenaline, but what is it? The endorphins?
Serotonin?
Whatever that's released. When you're playing music like that, and that's the feeling that I always got on stage. You see musicians and we all have a different, reaction, but
just being able to pick up a chunk of wood and some wires and plug it into a thing and make sweet music. I mean, it's one of the gifts we're given for sure.
Yeah.
Thankful for it.
Little euphoria, you got it. So,
Not sweet, sweet love, but close enough.
no. Zach says, I love Ed and his guitar playing. My guitar hero was Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Another good one.
On there.
For sure.
And of course, Bo had the 71 CUDA with the 426 Hemi.
Of course he did. You want to highlight Dwight there? We're going to say hey to Dwight.
Okay.
The Hitman Bailey.
Hitman.
Good to see you.
I got a
Thanks for
little rest
jumping
too.
in and joining us. You give Trev a new toy. And
The shotgun doesn't work?
Yeah.
You know where to go.
Got Yostinator has dropped in. He said, what's crack-a-lackin' rockers? Good to see you, man. Good to see
How's the
you.
level on that, Ryan? Is it better now? I
up,
dropped
dude?
to 10 dB.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Right.
Can't drive 55. 69 Mustang. Have a 351 V8. It did. It came with a 351 Windsor.
Cleveland? Oh.
Windsor. Yeah. Yeah,
you
the
doing, Dwight?
Cleveland was a big block.
Top it, yeah.
Windsor was the small block. All right. Randy, you got a tune? You got a guitar in your
You have
hand?
to pull something out of your arse.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
5150. Let's go.
Mudvayne.
The live version.
Yeah, 5150. Yeah, come on.
Negative.
I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm working on this one. Let's
I don't
see.
really have anything new that I've got, like, where I'm comfortable enough to play it.
Well, you better step
I've got
it up.
like 5 on the go.
I bet your R2's at home right now fucking working on a riff for this weekend. And
That's the one I'm working on.
nice.
I've
Sounds
got a
good, man.
Let's see
Ghost
how-
tune, a Helmet tune, 3 Van Halen tunes.
Rat tune. I've got a Rat tune, a couple Maiden tunes.
Wait, the rat tune. Play the rat tune for Christ's
No.
No,
Too
no,
soon?
no.
Too soon?
That's way too soon. That's like nowhere close to being complete.
Ryan had that down in 48 hours.
What?
The rat song, to lay it down.
No. I still don't have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, get that solo in time.
Yeah, let me give a
yeah.
little sneak peek of what I've been working on. I don't know how long it's going to take me to work this one out, but there's a little sneak peek.
Shutting up.
All right, that's as far as I've gotten. And that wasn't all that great. What do you think, Trev? You're muted.
Oh, you made some progress there, for sure, since the last time I've seen you when you were first fiddling around with that.
Yeah.
It sounded great, man.
And that's the thing is, Eddie with his rhythm playing, he was always busy.
Right?
He was always busy.
Filling in the voids
Filling
with
in
some
all
goodness.
the holes.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to figure out what the heck he's doing. But I figure if I'm going to own some TransTrem guitars, I need to learn some TransTrem tunes.
I thought I was on here. I've been sitting in the background doing fuck all. That reminds me of the time I tried to tackle Amsterdam. Sounded easy. Holy crap.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you know when Caleb, who's phenomenal, you can tell that he's at 98% when he's playing that thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Struggling with it a little bit.
There's so much going on in a, you know.
And again, the timing of it, and you know, because some of it may not be dead on, you know, the one or whatever beat that it is, and you just got to get that feel. So
you know what amazes me about him is like all the way up until 2004 tour, didn't matter what state of mind or what Eddie had consumed, he always landed on his feet. It seemed, and all the live stuff I heard, yeah. It was never a detriment. It didn't sound like a detriment to him. And then all of a sudden it was, oh, that's it. You're done. You know?
Yeah.
He sounded like I sound.
You're like, hey, I can do that.
Yeah. I'm awesome at fucking up.
I think Randy's ready with something. I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be back. I'll be listening
about a horse.
From the front row.
about 4 minutes.
Write that one down. I need a
This is
horsey
a quick
fucking
one.
track.
Trev will take over the show from my back.
Let's go. Find something to talk about. I'm sure.
Masturbating that beard pretty heavily tonight, buddy.
It's scruffy as heck. I think it's the humidity in the air. It's giving me the afro beard or something.
Do you beard oil it?
I put that mane and tail on it, like
Okay,
maybe a couple times a week, and every once in a while, if it's getting rugged like this, I get some coconut oil and.
I notice even my little scruff here, if it's in the humidity, it starts going like this. I put a little oil on there.
Trying to turn into pubes.
I put
Funny, the other night, Becca was like,
little bacon grease, you know.
Give me one of these, and she's like, the hair on your head is so soft. How come the hair on your face is so scruffy and wiry? I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason for that.
Who knows?
So it doesn't get its tangled up and a little more rugged.
Mountain man like.
Man.
All right, let's see if I can not blow this.
Wait, I'm going to move you over here, and I'm still kind of going with this whole... All right, everybody, put on your headphones and get ready.
For your head to be torn off.
If
The rip is coming up.
I adjusted the track on this from the last time I played it, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's not like clipping hot.
3, 4.
killer vibrato on that one, brother.
Thank you.
Well done, Randy. Well done.
I'm pretty
the
sure
kids
I
were
blew
loving
that
that one.
solo, but I couldn't hear it too well. So
The backing track was still, I think, a hair hot in my cans, but could be the way I have things set up. It was on point.
You're a hair hot.
Jake Paul likes it. Bent Tommy likes it. There's the best endorsement of them all. I mean, what more do you want? White likes it. Haas likes it. Goosebumps. Rob's like tickled pink. It's his like favorite. And Scotty's like dope.
Can always hit the rewind.
Randy is a real deal, indeed.
thank you.
Yes, man.
Thank you,
Fucking
Cheech.
around with that
Even
kid.
while it cries likes it. Now, can he hear it outside of the computer? No, because
No.
you're not making any noise, are you?
No, all he can hear is
Oh, I long for the day. I long for the day. Zach Dong likes it.
Not
Oh,
bad for a
jams.
beginner.
Some hunk of mans.
Boner jams. my
Yeah,
man.
Bo likes it too. He's down with double horns.
If I didn't, I would kick him out of the
Oh,
house. A bit of a power play there, Mr. Wallacrise.
I think Randy could take him.
no comment. Oh, I could definitely take him. His back's blowed out.
It's a punch in your fucking L4
See,
disc.
That's an easy target until he pulls the gun out and just busts a cap.
Randy's got his battle axe on him. He's ready to go.
Right. All right. What you got, John? You got a track, man? What we got?
Play something, man.
Let's play something. Let's play something.
All right, here you go, ready? Oh, nope, sorry.
Good with F sharp, buddy?
We're the F sharp warriors. Okay, let's go to this thing and see.
Oh,
if
no,
it
we
works
just.
here.
No, we'll
We
save
have
that. I
bottom.
think that's like massively long.
Well, yeah. Play what you want, man. I'm here for it.
Yeah, but what happens is when it's just two guys and it's 15 minutes long, you kind of start
Well, yeah, no, you
having
gotta
to
pick a
recycle
pick a
shit.
7-minuter for sure.
That's what I'm.
5 or 7.
Let's do. What is this? It says spicy A minor. Oh, you don't like this one, do you, Randy?
Hell, I don't remember. Just roll with it.
Okay. A minor. I believe.
pretty good.
Did John end it early? Did he turn the volume down?
No.
Oh, that was the end of it.
Yeah,
That was cool.
I flipped it around.
Very cool.
I
Very cool.
got a question here.
Yeah.
What is this?
Always love their style and music, but when
Wrong there.
they're ready, maybe take their music further, but they must decide. I don't know.
If you
Putting
scroll down
comments
a
as
little
we go, I'm
it's
just
like
curious.
okay,
Curious
maybe
ways.
he's some kind of producer or something. But always
I get
want them and their music.
But he's been complimentary and everything, so it's
Yeah.
not like
Awesome
you know,
plan.
I'm,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
would
So
like
just
some.
again, the email
clarity.
is in the description if you want to reach out and talk to us. We're always here.
You're not from Australia, are you?
J. Paul says John's style works well with this backtrack. Sounded great, very creative stuff. Right on, man. Thank you.
That was a good jam, and
Wow, we got some.
we were
local noise
deciding
here.
before the track to get a track that was short because there was only two guys. But then Ryan jumped in right when it was his turn. So
You know,
still,
got that
you got,
timing.
you got
shit.
one in there, and it was one. Did you get two?
Just one. That's
Yeah,
all.
just one.
That's
That
all
was
I
a good
needed.
one.
That's all I needed.
Very cool. Look at Archie's all over it.
Thank you, Arky. Saw a couple faces jump in here. Let's see. You tell me was here
Guitar
earlier.
Olympics.
Channel
I'll tell
member
you what.
Charlie C is here.
That goes
Charlie!
Yeah.
was the
Welcome
Guitar
in.
Olympics.
George Barza is here. Channel member, welcome in. Boner Jams, I didn't see come in. Welcome in,
I was
Boner.
talking about him while you were gone, yeah.
Always good to see you, Mr. Channel member. Appreciate you being here.
Handsome hunk of man,
And an easy lover,
right? He's an easy lover.
100%.
Yeah.
He's
He'll
attentive.
treat you like no other.
See, Rob Blackmore throwing it out a little bit. A little support for the channel.
Cool.
So yeah, not
Thank you,
only
Rob.
did Rob enjoy it, his wife apparently
Yeah.
singing
Right
along.
on.
Can't beat
Right
that.
on. Let's see. Did we say hey to Brian Peterson? We're going to say it now.
But maybe do it again. Yeah.
Yostinator. Did we say hey to Yostinator?
No.
Maybe. we
Hey,
did.
Yostinator.
I'm going to say hey, what's up? Welcome in.
Yep. Yost is in a couple of the Charvel groups on Facebook and stuff.
Oh, right on.
So he knows I'm a Charvelaholic.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
So what would be your next guitar, Randy, if you were to purchase one right now?
Purchase or build? Because I've got a build starting to brew.
Okay. Interesting.
I think the next one is going to be a build instead of a
Right.
store bought. I have
Yeah.
been looking at purple Music Mans.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's so many of them that there.
But seriously, I think my next one's going to be a build. I'm probably going to do. I've always loved when it comes to the '80s guys. Ed's number one, and then George Lynch is my number two. And
Nothing wrong with that.
I've always wanted a Kamikaze, but I don't want to spend $5,000 on a ESP Kamikaze.
They're that much, eh?
Yeah, they're all the real ones are hell. I think they're 6 now.
Right.
But I've been looking at Kamikaze bodies and the necks and all that stuff, and
Very
instead of doing the camo paint, I might paint it a solid color or something.
The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Charles Green.
Verde.
Channel member is here.
Chuck
Big round of applause.
Man,
for
the myth, the
Charles Green.
legend. Good to see you, brother.
He loves dogs.
He does love dogs, even
would've
if they're
thunk it?
trying to attack him while he's on a
And he loves
call for
playing
a-
guitar.
Cool.
Hell yeah!
Pretty good at that.
Damn good. So I'm sure the dogs are well looked after.
Let's
So
see.
you're going to do a
Wallcries-
build. Sorry.
Wallcry says, I'm liking the new Jerry Cantrell guitar.
Yeah,
It's new in the fact that it's got a Floyd on it
and it's 24 frets.
and 24 frets. Yeah,
But we were looking at those the other night. I'm like, yeah, he wants the black one, and I'll take the ivory with the ebony.
the original Rampage was only 22.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, and
Yeah.
it had Kaler on it. I knew that.
yeah, and
Blue
he
dress.
blue dress, and then the No War is the other one. Mm-hmm. They're identical, but he did the same mods to him. He got rid of the Kaler behind the nut lock, and routed it for a Floyd nut. And then I think he actually recessed the Kaler into the body on his.
Interesting. Blue Mox says, for another Tuesday night show, John Shane review one of his Surs. The details as to why he digs
Put it
them.
in the comments to the link I put up there in the chat.
Got to put it in the comments. Of
So,
the
Randy-
previous
And
video.
go back frequently and vote on the ones that are your favorite, folks.
There you go. Paul,
And Paul
McNary is in the
Yeah,
house.
Brother Paul.
Channel member, welcome in, Paul. Says,
So you've
thanks
been
for
listening
all the
the whole
notes
time.
tonight. Right on. Right
Cheers,
on.
brother.
So you said you're going to build a kamikaze clone or a kamikaze to your specs type of thing?
Talking to you, Randy.
Yeah.
couldn't hear
Exact
him.
clone, or would you alter it to fit your style better?
It wouldn't have the same pickups, but overall, the body shape, the neck shape, I actually like these wide neck Lynch profiles.
The woods are the same and everything, yeah?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna probably do a roasted flame maple neck, but still
Nice.
use an ebony board.
Nice.
That depends on what color I decide on
Right?
for the guitar. If not, it's going to be a one-piece roasted flame maple neck and fretboard.
So are you the preference of a white guitar with an ebony board and then a black guitar with a maple board? Kind of contrast?
I have them. I have both combinations. So generally, I like white guitars with the ebony board and black with a maple. But I have black with ebony and black with rosewood, and I've got white with ebony and white with maple. So I
like
think
a good Olympic white. That's nice. I like those.
the white with maple can't have. Well, really, the white guitars can't have chrome hardware. They got to have black hardware for me. So.
And see, this is the reason that everybody needs more than one guitar.
Right.
The proper amount of guitars is existing number plus one.
Yeah, I mean, I can turn around and grab two guitars. They're very similar. They're both white. One's got a maple board. One's got an ebony board. But, you know. So, that's kind of like I said, roasted flame maple neck.
See you, No Man's Land.
With it being a commie, it's probably going to be an ebony board. The big wide neck profile. These are actually really comfortable for me.
Nice.
But so it'd be a 45 millimeter nut width, but I'll put an R3 on it instead, so the string spacing's normal.
Right.
And I'll probably do a
Massive vibrato on the high E string. Just pull
Oh,
it.
dude. Oh, dude, you got all the room in the world. You ain't pulling these off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be the commie body shape, which is actually the same. If you know anything about old Kramers, the kamikaze body shape is the same as the Beretta 2s. It's the same body. They're a little bit bigger, which works for me because I'm a big fucker.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be a Floyd, a hum single setup.
Speaking of Kramers, this is a Kramer Pacer
There we go.
from 2009, made in the Gibson USA
Don't
factory.
talk about it. It's supposed to be a Tuesday thing.
Well, you know, and just throwing it out there. You know, it's
So
there.
if you were to buy a guitar tomorrow, Ryan, what would you buy?
I'm really wanting another Steinberger GM 2T this time. I've got the 1T, but I really want a 2T.
Right.
But to honestly answer that question,
Yeah.
whichever guitar pops up and it happens to be for sale, and I'm like, ooh, I want that.
Right.
So,
Cool.
I am curious. I don't know who I sent it to earlier. Mark Morton from Lamb of God's teasing his soon-to-be new signature Les Paul. It's that transparent black quilt top. I think he's got one that's a flame top. Those look really good.
nice. Anything unusual about them?
I think they have the Axis heel.
Right.
Right.
His signature DiMarzio pickups, the Dominions, which you'll like if you're a Super 3 fan.
Very cool. Bass clef connoisseurs here. Welcome in. Good to see you hanging out again.
DCC.
The neck profile on them.
I don't mind a Charvel. I'm not.
It depends.
It depends. Yeah. One of my first guitars was a Charvel. I can't remember what model it was, but it had active EMGs in it and a Kaler on it. It was from the 80s at some point. It's one of those guitars that you wish you hadn't sold, you know.
Speaking of Charvels, I noticed that Joe switched from Charvel to LTD for their Olympic performance.
That's a ESP.
That's been getting a lot of traction, eh?
ESP XJ1 is that model. And it's a custom shop job because of the chrome finish and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, he likes his guitars a certain way. I mean, it's all so heavy. I mean, it's a little pick harmonic.
Scott Brockway, not a fan of the Kaler. Where most
Nobody is, I don't
not,
think, except for KK Downing, Glenn Tipton, Gary King, and didn't
Hanneman was a Kaler guy too.
Hanneman, yeah.
KK went back to Floyd's.
But if you have a guitar tech and he's the guy who has to solder the strings, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Right.
It's his problem.
Cantrell, obviously, was a Kaler user.
Is he?
Yep.
Yeah, the G&Ls that he had always had Kalers.
Thing with those, I mean, you do some pretty irreversible damage to the body cavity at that point where you're replacing wood and then carving more wood out to make it anything else. It's really unique to itself in the way that it mounts onto the guitar.
Yeah. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's just wood. You know?
Right.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck?
You know, one of the most famous guitars ever, you know, David Gilmour's Black Strat.
It had a Kaler on it.
It had a Kaler on it.
Big chunk of wood in there afterwards,
Big chunk,
right?
yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I remember
For sure.
Talking about Cantrell for a sec, you know, he liked, you know, Ed gave him the two Music Mans, the Gold Top and the Trans Blue. Mm-hmm. And I've heard conflicting stories that Ed had Ernie Ball route him at the factory, and I've heard that Jerry had them done afterwards by Ernie Ball.
I would see it more as maybe Ed experimenting with them, and I was like, nah, I don't like this. I'm giving away.
Right? I mean, he didn't hold back when it came to tearing shit apart and putting it back together. What if I mixed a bit of this with a bit of that?
When you can
That
look at
fucker
the
has gone live.
Who? Quentin?
Q.
Oh, he's over on Ted's?
Yeah, Florida Claimers.
He's probably on Ted. I mean, Ted was live
members here.
before we went live, so
Watching you
okay.
guys
I
as
thought
Stephen Q
Q.
Jam, multitasking. Right on.
Yeah. It's all good, brother.
I thought it was Q that did it. Yeah, man. Awesome.
Cool stuff.
yeah, if you look at the routes on Cantrell's Music Mans, they're definitely they're a factory job.
Well, I'm sure that he was, you know, probably able to get somebody professional to do it, you know, if it wasn't Ernie Ball.
Right.
Kurt 5150 says Cantrell's famous G&L blue dress had a Kaler with a Floyd nut. Yes, sir.
Yep.
That's what we were talking about just a few minutes ago. Ted says, "Don't leave here," but yes.
Don't you tell me what to do.
It's all good. Q has a way of going live during other people's shows on purpose or
It's all good.
absent-minded or
It still counts.
No, it's all good. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
man.
I
Doesn't
said,
matter.
you know,
Totally
people,
good, man.
people will watch what they want to watch. You know,
No hand.
if they're like, well, I'll watch that on replay and I want to watch this live, or vice versa. I'll catch these guys on replay.
If you
and
have
watch
like three
Quentin live.
monitors, you can do both. It just
Yeah.
depends. I've done that before where it's like, okay, I'm going to turn the volume up on this stream for a bit and listen to what this is boring. I'm going to go back over to this one, turn it up, see what's going on over there.
exactly. Kurt.
Kurt, sorry, missed that. I was watching Quentin's stream.
See, there it is. Perfect
So
example.
Trev,
Yeah.
if you had to go, if you didn't have to, if you would go buy a guitar tomorrow, don't worry about budget, what would it be?
I was thinking about that today when I bought my Lotto Max ticket for $70 million, John.
Yeah.
I think I'd be going down to Glenn and buying half a dozen of those 59s that he's got behind the counter just because. And I'd hand one out to everybody just because. But aside from that, I'd be ordering a custom shop Explorer.
There you go.
Yeah,
Like a Murphy Lab Explorer, just done to the tits.
Nice.
you like the Explorer shape, huh?
I do like the Explorer. I mean, that goes back to my Hetfield roots. I mean, that was one of the early influences. Like, fuck, that just sounds so cool.
up,
Sure, he
Hip?
played a V, and he's got a lot of them are ESPs and whatever. But I mean, when you get right down to the nuts and bolts of it, Yeah, Hypnose.
Right on. CMBR says this is live? No way. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It's not. Hey,
Can't-
Dory.
Can't drive.
Going out for a
55
smoke.
had
He'll be
question
back.
up there.
Right on.
I'm lucky where I can just.
He said,
smoke
did
where I sit.
EVH ever have or play a Kaler? I'm sure he screwed around with
I'm
must
sure I'm sure he probably had something, had one on it. You know, if it wasn't a company that, here, try this guitar, you know, or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, Sable's Music Videos is here. I don't
Yes,
believe
she
we
is.
said hello. Welcome in. Welcome in.
And happy to have her here for sure.
And somebody said Dory
Dory's
McMahon
here.
just got off work, hoping wasn't going to miss you guys. Right.
Yeah, we
on.
stayed up
Thanks
late waiting
jumping
for
in.
you. Welcome.
Yeah.
Happy to see you.
Have you guys seen the shovel guitar?
I think we know the guy who built it, right? Isn't that,
Old Butt Cheeks makes them, doesn't he?
Oh, God. I got it this chocolate bar, and it's liquid inside this bag.
Oh,
right
jeez.
We should put that in the fridge.
Gonna have to work on that. Yep. Get that
Man, I
hard,
lost my butt cheeks.
get that
goodness
hardened,
sakes.
hardened back up.
That's what she said. I see a bit of a cheap. There it is. There it is. Doesn't he build the shovel guitars?
He builds a shovel guitar.
And he
For
does
sure.
the cigar box stuffs and all that.
Yep.
Now I got to go get his link because it's not listed.
Yep. You've mentioned it, so now you got to go get it. Let's see. Guitar Man 45 says one of the 5 62 Firebirds would work for me.
Yeah. Well, right. That happened the other day where Bo's got this big deal. He wants the 62 Firebird. And Ben finds out that, oh, yeah, they only made like 8 and there's only 5 left in existence. So
Yeah.
good luck with that.
Very next day, it's all, yeah, I want a 63 fire.
That reminds me of the joke that you hear about the 59 Les Pauls. You know, I don't know how many were made, but you know, the joke is, yeah, they only made like 650 of them, and there's only 800 of them left.
Right.
You know, because of all
exactly.
the copies and stuff that everybody's making.
It's the same Woodstock joke, right? 300,000 went there, but 1.3 million remember being there.
Right. Yeah. It's that Mandela effect. Yeah, I was there. Dory saying hey to everyone.
What's up, Dory?
I think the next guitar I got my eye on is want to look at one of those Andy Wood tellies.
Am I not subbed to butt cheeks? I mean, I'm sure I was. Is it called something different than Brendan?
I don't know.
And butt cheeks?
What the fuck is it called? I
B
went through
squared.
the bees.
Brendan B. Square?
I went through the bees. That's a fucking
Yeah.
fail.
The thing is, you know how we are. You're sitting there, you know, perusing the internet, looking on Instagram or whatever, and you're like, oh, dude, that guitar's sick. I want one of those. Oh, I want one of those. You know, hey, squirrel.
Yeah.
So you
That's,
get
that's what I was saying. You know, the one that I happened to see that day.
Pretty
kind of
much.
Like, that's pretty cool.
Well, it's funny, right? Because the Luke 4, I was getting all jazzed up about that, and I hunted the whole lower Fraser Valley. I found 2 of them. One of the, what is it called? One of the special anniversary editions.
the 40th anniversary is the one with the Floyd.
Yeah, and then the regular Luke 4. And I finally found one and tracked it down and picked it up. I'm like, yuck.
Yeah, I don't know where.
It's
Yeah.
like the neck felt like
Yep.
it wasn't for me. Great guitar, built like a great, but
Yep. But, you know, talking about, you know, spur of the moment purchases,
yeah.
we all know the Steinberger here that actually has a headstock on it.
Right.
You don't
Those
see
weird-ass
those
tuners.
for sale very often.
Right.
And I'm on Reverb, and every morning I get on Reverb and I search Steinberger and I look and see. And that thing had been posted for, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. And I saw it and I was like, holy crap, I made an offer on it right then.
Yeah.
And the guy countered and I was like, okay, bought it. So, you know, sometimes that's how I pick my next guitar. Now, with that being said, I personally have not really been gelling with that particular Steinberger. So if anybody should be happy, you know, to be looking for a GS7 TA Steinberger, the only Steinberger that's got a headstock and a TransTrem, let me know. I may have one for sale for you.
I don't feel so bad. I guess that Butt Cheeks doesn't have a YouTube, I guess. 'Cause all there is here on Tea-Cakes, I said, hey, you know what? Go to Tea-Cakes last video. It'll be on there, right? All we get is his Gmail.
Maybe he doesn't do the YouTubes on his own.
I swear I've seen him somewhere before.
Rob Blackmore has a
That's
question.
right. Waller cries, you got a camera in my house or something?
Rob Blackmore wants to ask a question about a Charvel Pro Mod SoCal Style 1 HSS Floyd Rose E, which I guess is ebony Ferrari red. That would be the one that's Ferrari red with a black pickguard and an ebony fretboard. Rob?
I don't think I can get along with an HSS.
No, that middle. I mean, it's one of those deals. I mean,
Not
y'all
so
know,
much.
Y'all know what I do with Charvels.
Just me. It's just me, John.
Yeah,
They
first
get-
thing you do is change pickups.
Pickups, pick guard, that's all going. But I don't do well with middle pickups. If they're in there, it gets lowered all the way down. It don't get used.
Well, I mean, my Ibanez has the middle single coil between the two buckers.
There you go, John. Bo says that Sweetwater has those Andy Wood tellies. So Bo is going to buy one, send it to you for you to check out.
He's going to
Probably
buy
keep it
one.
there until John shows up.
Keep it there until our big Schwindig.
There you go.
And then we'll...
The grand opening. We got to book
Yeah.
the summer of like 2025 off.
Are we getting close? Are we getting closer?
The grand opening.
Are we getting closer to the grand opening there, Bo? Let us know in the comments.
I think he's been distracted. That's kind of come to a little bit of a halt while he goes out looking for the venue to do live band stuff that his daughter wants to start promoting, and he's getting the band back together. And
That's
Right on.
they're doing more of that at the particular moment. I mean, there's probably some stuff going on in the background, I would think, but things are being shuffled.
Yeah. So he kind of had a little bit of a squirrel moment,
A priority change up.
distracted. Yeah.
But I mean, involving one of your kids, you got to go for that, right?
Yeah.
Kid gets interested in something. I know, I go in. What do you need?
Yep.
Fancy paint sets.
I'm interested in
ball
cocaine,
clay.
Dad. No problem. Let's go.
How about I want to start trying doing tattoos? I want to buy this fake skin off of the Amazon and these needles and the Indian ink.
Not
and
a
stuff.
problem. Here's some pork belly with the skin on. Go for
Right.
it.
Kent Drive
pork
55 searching for a sassafras wolfie. I don't know
What's
what
a
the production,
Suffering succotash.
the wood that it's made out of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know how many of those that they made. Is that like a special run?
That might be one of those things where, like, you have to just get it built. Find yourself a luthier and say, hey, man, can you make me a Murphy Labs Explorer for $4,000? You never know. You get a good builder, man. You come up with something pretty cool.
Look at there. Already got a bite on the Steinberger.
Here you go.
Is Natalie
I'll
watching?
give you 34 Canadian dollars for that.
Hi, Natalie.
Let's see. Bass Clef Connoisseur says, I'm the same way. Pickups, pick guard, etc. Just look at my avatar. Sire P5.
There you go.
Now, I've wondered this. What's the purpose of the separation of the pickup there? Is it just for the frequency response and that it's just a better
Is it a
spot for
harmonic
it?
thing? Is it?
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Why do you stack those pickups like that?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't always do it, but a lot of them do.
You tell me, Wolfgang yellow guitar was pretty sweet. What yellow? I don't remember a yellow Wolfgang.
The amber one?
R2's a hardtail?
Well, his is white.
Oh, yeah. Ben's got the woody one.
It's
So it
yellowed a
says,
little bit, though.
I said in the past I will never have employees anymore. Well, that changed, but good news is my daughter will be in charge. Well, there you
That's
go.
awesome. There you go. Legacy, man. That's awesome.
So in the chat, he answered this rather than the comments. He says split single coils give you humbucking.
Oh, even if they're on top of each other rather than side by side.
You tell me he thinks
I
it's
guess
for
it's a
some
magnetic
high-end.
field. It doesn't give a shit which way it's facing, right?
Yeah. So I guess that's sort of like the G&L pickups. Have you seen those? They're kind of in a Z pattern. Have you seen those on the, what's the name of that guitar? Is it the Comanche? G&L Comanche?
Yeah, it sounds
like
right.
a cool guitar. Shitty fucking Jeep, but cool guitar.
May have to do a,
I'll be right
search
back.
here.
I've got a little sitch here I got to deal with.
all right.
Nothing
Cheat.
major, just
Cheech
all right.
wants to know if I know any Jakey Lee.
That's Bark at the Moon?
Actually, no, I don't know Bark at the Moon, but I do know a piece. I know a little bit of
You Nuno?
what the hell's the name of that song?
Shot in the That's some radio play with that. Reverse wind.
Reverse wand for the humbucking.
Well, there's a little more science to it than I would have thought.
So here is that G&L I was talking about.
What the?
You've never seen that before?
No, that's offensive to me. I'm like, it's like looking at a fucking fly with too many eyes staring at you.
Right. Robert Baker, who was on the Ben Coombs show just recently, who we'd like to have you on this show as well, Mr. Baker. So he did a video on these, and I think that he had just discovered these pickups too. So he was exploring the tonal options of these particular pickups. So anybody that's curious about these and wants to see some info on that.
Well, I guess like anything, you got to try it. And I mean, it might do a thing. It might be right up your alley. You never know until you give it a whirl.
Yeah. So this is the G&L Fullerton Deluxe Comanche.
Where do you even pick on that thing without hitting a pickup?
Right. I don't know.
Up on the frets, I guess, right? Up at the 22nd fret.
I guess so. Yep. Or either right down to the bridge saddles, so it sounds all thin.
Plingy? Nah, I don't do plingy.
Plinky. Yeah.
I do closer to the neck than closer to the bridge for the most part. Depends. It depends.
Depends. All right, got that off there.
Good times, guys. Good times.
What do you want to do, Randy?
Still on your 5150? True. I see the white one behind you, so it's not that one. Oh, yes. The Precious. I love that guitar. I mean, I've already seen it go through everything but the scale. Second favorite guitar of yours. I would put it even first above the white one if you give me a choice. Probably. With the maple neck, and I ain't even mad at it.
Really can't do that too well with this one. This volume pod is a little screwed up, but anyway.
That's what makes or breaks that song, and that's where the white one shines, that signature.
Right. You gotta have the volume
And
pod. It's just
second
right.
would be the Purple Nurple. She does it pretty well, too.
Yeah.
I'm looking back at the old days now. Can you imagine looking back at the old days now when we're just sitting around, hanging out, playing shit?
Simon says, I'm in the middle of recording that right now.
Awesome, brother.
How do how do you get your effect of that, Simon, of the cathedral? There's a specific thing that I do, and I think it's how Ed did it. I'm talking about with the effects.
Oh, okay.
So to get that
250, 500, whatever it is.
That's live without a net. Right,
you do it pretty well with your little typically tapaways and then the back spring thingy. The old reach around. I love it when you do
the old reach around. Yeah.
I would. I'd love to hear your rig with my new amp.
I'd love to hear you with your new amp. Looked at the goddamn butt plugs earlier, and I'm like, "What the hell? Come on!" I heard the end of June, for Christ's sakes. We're in August.
So did
now.
I went after him pretty good on Tuesday.
I know. I ain't yelling at you. I'm yelling at the powers that be.
Bass Clef Connoisseur wants to see the chords that we're playing there. Cathedral.
Oh, hey, we'll make you big again.
Oh.
That's what she said.
And then it goes to
you gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
And then it goes to that chord. I mean, that's how I learned it.
Fit and finish on that guitar with that bridge and that paint job puts it above all else because it makes it
and that
an
is
OG.
That is a paint
If you're
job.
watching Phil X, it's the OG.
It's the OG featured on Van Halen news desk. So there you go. We'll have to talk about that another time.
Sorry, I don't even know why I went there. It just happened. I was like, oh yeah, remember? I do. I'd never forget.
Let's see. Can't Drive 55 says, what's the guitar that got away, i.e. regret selling? Mine was a first year Ivory Wolfgang special.
I don't want to talk about
When
it.
it says first year, does that mean it's a PV or is that the first year of the Fender one?
I bought a first year Wolfgang special in 2000. Must have been 2000. Was it 2010 they came out? But it was one of the made in Japan. It was the black flat top with the USA pickups and the bird's eye maple neck. I wish I had never sold that one, especially for what I sold it for. Jeez. So that's one that got away. I also had one of the PV Wolfgangs. It was a, I forget the color, but it was the reddish flame top. I bought that in the 90s. So wish I hadn't sold that one. I also had a gold top PV Wolfgang special that I wish I had.
So like a Les Paul gold top, but a PV Wolfgang special.
Yeah.
That's kind of almost.
And back in the day,
Disco.
they were all over the place.
I bet they were.
When I sold that, I think I sold it for $400.
You all watched that Paul Stanley, The Collection?
I hadn't caught that yet.
You didn't see? I put it in the goddamn WhatsApp for you.
I watched it like when it came out.
Les Paul City, but he lost more than he has. But I was sitting there, and it's an hour and a half long, and I'm like at an hour point, and I'm like, are they not going to do the Ibanez guitars? Oh wait, it's a Gibson channel. Probably not going to do the Ibanez. And then they pull out the fucking Iceman.
Yeah,
Ibanez guitar.
Tommy.
Sorry for the spoilers for you that haven't watched, but
Tommy
yeah,
wins
it's worth a watch,
the
man.
regret.
Very cool.
Yeah. Can't Drive 55 says it was a PV for him. Yeah. J. Paul says it's ESP M2 Deluxe routed for EMG 81 and 85.
Ooh,
Joe
sounds
Alba, I only regret selling my Mesa 50 power amp and V-twin rack preamp. You know, a piece of gear that I do miss that I wish I hadn't sold, I had a PV tube stereo rack power amp. It was the 120. and it had the presence, the resonance, and all that resonance. And I wish I still had that.
So what about you, John?
Bent Tom says was not a guitar, but the 6800 watt Plexi that I sold.
I had
I mean, I've been present when Tommy goes for a walk through his house. Every room has gear in it. And it's all cool, good gear. Everything's got a story to it.
And that's why he keeps disappearing for a while. You know, he's tripping on something and hitting his head, so he's laid up for a couple of weeks. And we don't see him. Bo says, "See, that's the trick. I never sold any gear. Once it gets here, it stays."
What is this selling thing you talk about?
Scott regrets selling his 82 JCM 800,
sure.
2003, and 1960B.
Yep.
for sure.
Base Cliff Connoisseur says, "This is the best live stream, guys and gals. Thanks for making us part of it."
Right on, PCC.
You guys are making the live stream.
Yeah, I mean, we still got 50 going here. We're 2 hours, 20 minutes in. Thanks, everybody.
Hoss agrees. Cool says, "Never sell a 68 Plexi.
Even a dog, you keep it.
Right.
Send it to Dave and he'll sort it for you.
Yep. Yeah. He's defending himself here. He says, "I was a younger single father at the time, and I needed
priorities,
the money to pay my
consequences.
rent." Yeah.
Family always comes first.
Exactly.
I had when did they stop making EVH guitars, the Ernie Balls? When did they stop that?
95.
So 96,
September of 95.
I had a blue quilt Axis.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that thing. It was super resonant, all that sort of thing.
Is that the one that Steve-O still has?
No, this was real
one?
blue.
Okay.
Yeah, Music Man. And same thing. University. I was going to university and shit, so I had to get rid of it.
See you, Scott. Take care.
I don't regret it though, because I've played lots since, and my tastes have changed for neck shapes and all that stuff. But other than that, I don't regret anything I've sold.
Blue Mox back in the 90s had a 50-50 watt PV rack power amp. Yeah, same one. The one I had was a 120. Loud as.
Right.
J. Paul says, "Best policy is never sell, but always do. Had Celestion greenbacks and an 80A micro tube power amp. Pick a preamp and it was solid." Yes, sir.
Only sell if you're going to make money on it. Don't take the L.
Way A Man Joe sold his 1984 CD.
Well, we know what I sold that I get called an idiot for, so.
Yes, we do. You want to tell us the story?
I had
Going down that road again?
Might as well. So the guitar, and like John said, I don't really regret selling anything. Because if I don't vibe with it, I don't vibe with it, and I'm not going to play it. But I had a...
turn it around and make it something better.
Lost equipment.
I had a 1994 EVH Music Man Trans Black that I sold a couple years ago.
Well, even if you're in a position where you got to give something up, if you can give it up to someone in the family, so to speak, you know, like if you can keep it within your core group of friends, or even somebody is an acquaintance, and you never know when that's going to come back to you, right? Looking at you, CC and Rob Johnson. Right?
I don't know, man. I don't think there's any, like something like Claudia, right? And yours, Randy. Those are heirloom pieces.
Those are legacy guitars.
Exactly.
They're not
right?
going anywhere.
But this here, I love it. It's my favorite guitar. But if I had to get rid of it, I can get another one and it'd be just fucking like this.
Right.
Just same quality, same all the rest of it. You know.
So you like that one over the Pete Thorne?
No, the Pete Thorne is my Les Paul, so to speak, right? Because it's mahogany and it's A2 pickups and all that stuff. So it's the totally not Les Paul. This is more Stratty, but I think they're different because like the Pete Thorne.
There's nothing better than watching you play that guitar and the smile on your face when you are in the pocket and you're just doing your shit, man. It's so good. That guitar brings your tone out of you.
Yeah, and I think that's it. The neck humbucker, I've never gotten on with humbuckers in the neck.
Well, the more time you
So-
spend with it, the better it gets.
Humbuckers in the neck, though. Yeah. Oh, the singles is more my thing. It's a Gilmore thing, right?
Yeah,
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. So Matt sold a Sun bass amp and a 90s American P bass that he wishes he still had.
Yeah.
Let's
One
see.
of those double end sons.
Jimmy Biter, I've got 4 of the PV122 power amps. That whole line of power amps are great. They were fantastic.
There you go. Now you know where to go.
Well, see, they had a mono 120 and then they had a stereo 120. So sounds like he's got 4 of the 120s.
So it's twice as good as a
Yeah.
stereo, I
yeah.
guess? That's
Not for your back. It's not. Yeah.
Well, he ain't going anywhere.
Waller Cry says, ask Randy if he will get rid of the wild card.
No.
There you go.
I think he knew that before he even asked that question.
Yeah, he likes to ask
I mean,
redundant things sometimes.
are we supposed to pressure him for you? Then?
Joe says, what's your next regrettable sale? I have a PRS Silver Sky that I never play that's going to go so I can get a backup acoustic for my current live gig.
Perfect.
Nothing
That's
wrong
the
with
way
that.
it's meant to be, man.
Yeah.
Turn it over. Hopefully not for a loss. Maybe you can at least get back what you put into it. Maybe you can get a little more. But, if something's just sitting around, it's just sitting around. And every instrument deserves to be played. Donate your old shit to the goddamn high school if it comes down to it. I mean,
Way A Man Joe says, I'm going to bed soon, lads. So can you play a tune? We could probably do that. You guys got something up your sleeve that you want to do? John's like, no.
No, I'm good. I was looking at Randy shaking his head. Fuck, I gotta play now. Jesus.
What about that rockin' E track, man? I like that track.
rock
Wanna do
in
that
the
one?
track.
We'll
That
do
sounds
it.
good to me.
Ryan's one, yeah.
Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
it. Let me make sure the levels are good to go here. And yeah, we can do that. And it's not that one. It's that. That's not the right one. The heck is going on
It
here?
is not.
Oh, that's the deep C track. That's not the rock and E track.
No, that's not the Rockin' E track.
Is it that time out already? No. Sorry.
See, this is what happens with the Roadcaster, unfortunately. I'm running the beta software.
Now, why does that happen? Do you have it set to like an automatic update kind of thing? Because I just turned mine on to my network versus Matt's network today. And I didn't click any buttons or check any box that says, give me updates automatically.
No, one of the things that is in the beta software, it might be in the release software too, is that you can now change the level of your sound pads. So what happens is, once I get the level set, it's good unless it gets turned off, power glitch or something when it comes back on. The level is still set, but it's dropped it. So once you move it, it goes right back to where it's supposed to be. So
I haven't spent a lot of time in the sound pads on the Roadcaster because I've been going balls deep into that Stream Deck for the last week.
yeah, it's a software glitch that I'm sure
think I
that
got it
they'll
figured out.
that
Right?
they'll work out with it. So
Let's go.
don't know.
Excellent.
That last run there, I was like, I'm all out of licks.
You know, it's hilarious. I picked this guitar up, and I guess my air conditioner goes that way. The neck is fucking frozen.
Right?
I'm like in between rounds. I'm laying on the frets.
Kind of stretching back in the spot, right?
It's just cold. Yeah.
Let's see. We have been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes. It is 10:48 p.m. for me. I think I got time for one more, boys. And
you know what that one's going to be.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up with one.
Randy.
Right
I
back.
love that
Switch
fucking
guitars.
that steer head with the horns there on the 12th fret. That's so fucking cool. All right. I mean,
awesome, dude.
does the guy from Goat Horror play one of those? Because if he doesn't, he should.
No, Sammy Duet's got that ESP star shape thing.
Right. Are you going to need your Les Paul, Randy?
No, I'm not.
All right. There you go. Look at that, folks. Fuck that. Sitting right where I'm at.
Just because I'm lazy and don't want to get it out of the case and strap that 10.2 pounds on for 10 minutes to put it right back in the case.
Well, that's cool, man. You do you. I mean, we're here for it.
So I'm going to play in this key all over the place.
Ooh, everybody
Nothing wrong with that.
put your fucking seatbelts on, put your helmets on, whatever kind of protection you need, because we're going in.
Wait till John gives the yay. He's ready.
Am I starting it or you?
Still warming up his neck.
Started up. Yeah, he's still warming up that neck.
You want to do a quick dollar?
Different guitar.
Oh, okay. All right. Before we get started, though, give a shout out to Arky here. $5 super chat. Says, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, Arky. Appreciate it. And I'm going to make sure I hadn't missed anybody else. No, I think we got them all. All right. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us on this TransTrem Thursday. And we will see everyone on the next show, which is scheduled for Sunday, our community chat and jam. So if you'd like to jump in and play, the email is over in the description of the video. Send me an email, let me know, and we'll get you on panel. As long as you can get your guitar in, you got a pretty decent camera, we'll get you rocking.
Absolutely. With that said, it's a long weekend in Canada, so you never know. Ring the bell because something might happen.
Something might happen. All right, let's go. Let's go. Last round, boys.
Let's get it out. Come on.
If I could hit the right damn button.
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
I forgot to thank you guys for that. You rock. Thank you for the support.